Hello, welcome to Irish Shows on Wrestling, Week 21, Part 2. I'm Sherlock, your reigning IEOW champion. Have to make that point. And at Sherlock on Twitter.
Hi, I'm Chris Sherlock at Chris Sherlock 1993 on Twitter. Also, the brother of a sad person.
Hey. The Irish Shows on Wrestling champion. You're talking to here. Bit of respect.
Sad person.
Bit of respect. You lost, don't be jealous. Anyway, today we're going to talk about CM Punk versus Chris Jericho. The promo between Paul Heyman and Chris Jericho was amazing.
Didn't see it.
Well, it's not a great thing to announce.
It's gonna come out straight away. Didn't see it, but just imagine it was great.
It's what do you expect with Paul? What else do you expect with Paul Heyman and Chris Jericho? Sorry, there's a moth right there, and now he's gone. But
This one.
Paul Heyman and Chris Jericho was a great promo. What you couldn't expect anything less between these two great promo men.
From the Ayatollah
of rock and roll.
I seen him live. It's great. Twice. Fuzzy, you're fantastic.
But there was a great line history between Paul Heyman and Chris Jericho. It started off Paul Heyman. He was talking about all his Paul Heyman guys. Chris Jericho brought up Curtis Axel, and Paul Heyman brought up the fact that Chris Jericho is in fact a Paul Heyman guy. That Paul Heyman introduced Chris Jericho, gave Chris Jericho his break, and then Chris Jericho brought up the fact that Paul Heyman still owes him money from his ECW days. Just to shoot him down. It was brilliant. It just started off a great thing. Chris Jericho then missed all facts that he wanted to talk about Curtis Wyatt.
Curtis Axel.
Jeez, I said, who did I say?
Curtis Wyatt.
Curtis Wyatt, I apologise, it's Curtis Axel.
Husky McGillicuddy.
I'm getting just completely mixed up with
Husky
Husky Henning.
Hashtag Husky.
I'm getting mixed up between these former NXT guys. There's so many around at the moment.
It's crazy when you're actually showing talented wrestlers, I suppose.
Yes, it's shocking that they should be in the main event. But however, it is coming, they're going to be there. But Curtis Axel, to continue my point, then Paul Heyman brought up Brock Lesnar, and Chris Jericho dismissed it completely. Then Chris Jericho issued a challenge to CM Punk. He said he's been sitting on his ass for the past 2 months doing nothing, and he's challenging him to prove that he is still the best in the world at Payback,
despite being second best in the business.
And the thing is, what do you think is about the match Jericho Punk?
I said it happened. I say it happened. They weren't going to make such a high profile thing of Jericho gone.
Paul Heyman accepting the match.
Yeah, Jericho going after Heyman and having the fact that it was on the highlight reel. So it's going to happen, and it's going to be a great match because let's be honest, every single time they wrestle, it's fantastic.
Oh, they were fantastic matches. Fantastic.
Jericho can wrestle with the best because he is one of the best.
And I'm glad he's out of the Fandango rivalry.
Yeah.
So glad he's out of that.
It feels good because Fandango is talented enough.
But he's still green. He's green as hell.
Yeah, he's a mid-card guy. Jericho can tangle with.
Jericho needs to be up against big guys.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the business, hands down. The guy's a 6-time world champion and
9-time world champion.
Tag team champion. He's simply one of the best. He's so talented.
First man to win the Undisputed Champion by hitting The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the same night. Has to be said, come on.
So it would happen, and it would be a great match, and it would completely overshadow John Cena and Ryback.
To be honest, Fandango, Wade Barrett and The Miz will overshadow Cena and Ryback. To be honest, AJ Lee and Caden will overshadow Cena and Ryback.
No, see, I'm going to actually disagree because That match is going to be entertaining because when Cena is putting those matches,
but he's put in a match against a bad wrestler as well.
Right, but he's been in bad matches. He's in a match like that with Batista.
Batista could go to an extent.
He's nearly as bad as Ryback.
But he's a tad bit better.
Batista had more charisma.
Batista has more credibility, as Ryback has no credibility, as he hasn't won for the past 7 pay-per-views.
Okay, I know, yeah. He's always put up against, the top guy, Shield or...
The Shield weren't the top guys at the time. The Shield became top...
They were major top guys.
But they became top guys by beating Ryback. Ryback was undefeated and then lost to Punk. And then lost to the Shield. Then lost to the Shield. Then lost to the Shield. And then lost to Mark Henry.
That's understandable.
And now he loses.
That's a you fight Mark Henry.
You know what? I met Mark Henry and I would not like to fight that guy. And then he loses to, or draws to John Cena. And he's just not believable to be in the main event picture anymore. Honestly, I think the crowd has given up on Ryback. And I honestly don't believe he could be a credible champion anymore. Unless he goes off, doesn't be in the title picture for a long while. Maybe about 6 months, 7 months. He comes back into the title picture hot as hell. But at the moment he cannot be in the title picture because he's not credible as champion. He wouldn't be a credible champion.
Vince McMahon. It's not going to happen. He's a big guy and he has a beard. He's not going to be in the title picture for a long time.
Sadly.
Jack Swagger came back with a beard. Got a title match. Ryback has a beard. Got a title match. Kane had a little beard. Kind of has a title match. What's one? Daniel Bryan has a beard.
Daniel Bryan has a hell of a beard.
Where's Sandow's title match?
Sandow was unlucky enough to be teamed with Cody Rhodes, who will forever be seen for the next, 5 to 6 years, sadly, as a mid-card guy, because him and Cody Rhodes are in that position, which is very sad. But anyway, back to our point.
I suppose when your dad leaves the company so many times, as well as your brother,
yeah,
fuck you.
Anyway, back to our point of Chris Jericho and Paul Heyman.
You kind of went off the point.
Yes. I honestly expect at Payback, it's going to be in Chicago.
Punk's not going to lose.
The crowd is going to be so hot for CM Punk. Jericho's going to come down first. Now I'm not sure if he's going to get booed or if he's going to get cheered. It's Chris Jericho after all, you never know. Punk's music hits, he doesn't come out.
Heyman walks out, or Curtis Axel walks out and takes on Jericho.
It's either going to be Curtis Axel that could come out and take on Jericho, or it'll be the Wyatt family.
No, they're not going to be introduced as Heyman guys. It's going to be.
It doesn't have to be a Heyman guy. It can just be somebody to attack Chris Jericho to make a big statement, and that could be Jericho. That could be because his contract's running out because he wants to go on tour with Fozzy again. So this will probably be his last match in the company anyway, for a while. So the Wyatt family could come in, injure Chris Jericho. It would be a huge statement for the Wyatt family to be straight away big time players.
I thought I say
and everyone would know about the Wyatt family.
Punk doesn't show up as it will be Axel.
It could be Curtis Axel.
Unless he's booked for a match, but who's going to be booked against?
There's no one really for him to be booked against at the moment, unless he's fighting Sin Cara again.
No, if he's not going to be booked against Sheamus or Randy Orton, he's going to be booked against Jericho.
Yeah, well, that could happen, and it would be good to see because I'm really liking him at the moment. Curtis Axel, it would be great to see him take on Jericho, and plus if he injures Jericho and Jericho's out for a while, he could say straight away, only a couple matches into the Curtis Axel character, he's beaten Triple H, injured Triple H because he's nowhere to be seen, he's beaten John Cena, and he's beaten Chris Jericho, and he's no longer to be seen. How amazing would that be to have on your record so early in your career?
It's not very early in his career, he's been around for a while.
But he's been around for a while, but the Curtis Axel character, it's the start of his only debuted, his new career,
Yeah.
But that's honestly, I don't think CM Punk will turn up for Payback. I reckon it's SummerSlam. Payback is a Class B pay-per-view. Punk needs to return.
I don't see Punk
Punk needs to return at a Class A pay-per-view. It's CM Punk.
So that's a whole another month though. SummerSlam's not till mid-July.
Well, maybe he can return on a Raw and build a storyline for SummerSlam. But I can't. I can honestly see CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
No. Because Survivor Series is going to be team.
It could be
Vince or team Triple H or
yeah.
team Cena.
Something, I'm not sure, but I can't see, my opinion anyway, CM Punk won't return to Payback. It'd be the Wyatt family or Curtis Axel that destroyed Chris Jericho. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow and we'll be showing you the interview with Kaza G at the Main Stage Wrestling show that I done a couple of weeks ago. And then on Monday I'll be talking about Extreme Rules, the review of that show. Anyway, I'm Carl Sherlock, at Carl Sherlock on Twitter.
And I'm Chris Sherlock, at Chris Sherlock 1993 on Twitter.
So.